Hi, this is Smoke Master D coming at you with another episode on how to upgrade your pellet smoker with Smoke Daddy's products. Now, up front, right away, I'm going to tell you that while I've spent hundreds of dollars on Smoke Daddy's upgrades, all the products that you're going to see today they gave me for free. So take that as you will. But I'm pretty pleased with Smoke Daddy overall and their products. So we've had 2 episodes before this, one on the PID controller and then another on the fan and burn pod. So you can see links for those up there. And now we're on to the 3rd episode, which is going to be the least consequential, but I think still significant. So let's dive in. First, we've got Auger motors. All right, so this is the one that originally came with my Pit Boss. It is 0.22 amps, and this is a lot heavier, the one from Smoke Daddy, and it is 0.5 amps, so more than double the amperage. And what that's going to give you is torque, and torque is force of spinning motion there. So the force that this one creates is going to be a lot more than the force that this one creates. Now, just recently I've been using my Pit Boss and I noticed that there were some charred pellets in the auger tube, and I don't know how that happened, but it did. And I just pushed the feed button on the PID controller, and this thing crunched through those charred pellets. It just popped them, it was like bam, just crunched right through them. So I was super happy about that. Fed out with the pellets and got my smoke on, and I believe that was when I was doing pork tenderloin for the first time. So that was fun, and this thing helped me out for that. Now, my brother-in-law has a pellet smoker, and it is from Cuisinart, interestingly enough, and he was using it last summer, and he went up the road for 10 minutes, came back, there had been a brief shower, and lo and behold, his auger was seized up, would not move, could not use his pellet grill until he got it cleaned out. The thing about these pellets is that they're really, really dry, compacted sawdust. Any moisture at all is going to make them plump. So you want to avoid any moisture in that auger tube when you have pellets there at all costs. But I can't help thinking that if that did happen to me, having an auger motor with a little more oomph might make it so that I could get out of that situation. I don't know that for sure. I've never tested it or anything, but it is the kind of peace of mind that I enjoy having with this auger motor there. Now, Smoke Daddy does have a 3 RPM auger motor, and that's good for if you want to, increase your feed rate to the point where you can get some really high temperatures. One thing to know about high temperatures is that, you're going to want to clean your pit out really well, because if you don't, that grease is going to smoke, maybe catch fire. So remember that. But if you're one of the kind of people who wants to make pizzas and get up to 600 degrees really easily, maybe the 3 RPM auger motor is for you. It's just one thing to think about. I've made pizzas on my Pit Boss with the 2 RPM, so I feel like it's not entirely necessary, but it is something to consider. Now, auger motors are connected to augers, and I've got 2 augers here. This is the Pit Boss auger there. I've got the bushing down there somewhere. And this is the Smoke Daddy auger. Now, you see that the Pit Boss one is a little bit longer. One of the things that you have to do is with the bushing, you have to get the hole in this, and where you place the hole determines how far it is inside that tube. So, you're going to have to measure that out. And I still actually need to do that. I haven't switched them out yet. I need to, but I was a little bit lazy on that. Now, you notice that the Pit Boss one has a sort of fatter but shorter tube there, fatter but shorter rod there to kind of go into the thing. And this one has a thinner rod, and I'm not entirely sure, what difference that makes. They both are, one of the reasons why I wanted this was to help with burn back. And I didn't know at the time that I already had a rod on this one. It definitely seems like this one's hollow all the way through, less metal from Pit Boss. This one's a little more solid. I saw online on a forum that they thought that Smoke Daddies had tighter coils, but it doesn't look, the coils don't look particularly tighter to me. So, and I brought this out to sort of like measure them. It's not easy to measure a coil, but if you do, this one comes out to about, 1.5 inches there between those coils, and this one here is also about 1.5 inches. So, I'm not entirely sure how much improvement you're going to get out of getting this auger as opposed to this one. This, however, the Ashaway, which Smoke Daddy has a patent on, is a handy little bugger. It sits down in your pot there. The ashes build up from your cook. You just lift it out, dump them in the trash. Make sure that the embers are completely out before you do that. It will save you some time on the cleanup and make it a little bit easier. So that's super nice. There you go. The Ashaway. I think this could be a really nice stocking stuffer. If you have somebody in your life who you like or love a lot that you want to give something related to pellet grilling, this thing could go in the stocking really easily. And it's the kind of thing that, in general you might not buy for yourself, but is really practical to have. And I think that combination really makes the best gifts. So if you need an idea on that front, the Ashaway. And lastly, I'm going to talk to you about the burn rod. I didn't pull mine out of my pellet grill just for this video, but they did send me the one that's ceramic that heats up from the outside to the end. And I haven't noticed any difference in my pellets lighting. So that is why it is last on this list, least consequential. If you are replacing your burn rod, if it's burned out, maybe you want to go with the ceramic. Probably going with the regular is just fine too. So I guess it's a preference thing there. But yeah, and that concludes our series for upgrading your pellet smoker with Smoke Daddy's products. Who knows if there'll be one in the future? We'll see. But thank you for sticking with me on this ride. We're always putting out more barbecue content on all sorts of things. So please like and subscribe, and have a great day and get your grill on.